Well, this is the Ja Renee. I got a lot to say, and I'm gonna cut to the chase. And so, I hope that everybody is doing absolutely wonderful and amazing, and that you've just have all of your heart's desires. Life can be a little rough sometimes, but it's just about kind of sticking it through, and becoming stronger through whatever it is that's thrown at you. So all right, out. Let's see what we got going on. So there's something that you want to do, like a goal that you have, that you're trying to, that you really want to accomplish. But there's some things that you need to get in order first, like within yourself, maybe within a home structure, before you're able to do this, make this change, or, fulfill this goal. You're usually somebody who doesn't like to, well, I'm not going to say you don't like to, but you don't normally plan. You like to play things safe. And because of this, you also are somebody that, are scared of change. So if something has to change and you don't necessarily know who or what's going on, it puts you in this type of energy. There could be something, as you're trying to, do what you're trying to do with your goals, there could be something in the past that happened that you are holding on to. And, maybe this something that you're holding on to is hurting the alignment that needs to take place, or hurting you from being able to be somebody that's okay with change. There may be some people, or just yourself, that you need to forgive for some of these past things that occurred as well. You also may need to change the way that you're thinking in order to manifest some of these goals that you have, and in order to properly align yourself to get these things that you want to call in. Yeah. And I'm seeing that in the past you've been somebody that just simply is scattered, like you're not focused on, you weren't focused on these goals. You weren't focused on actually properly aligning and doing the things that you need to do. Like you were comfortable. You were comfortable. And unfortunately, it's seeming as if like you're being called to come out of your comfort zone. So what is this? Oh, this card doesn't even belong here. But that card said your breakthrough is coming, although it didn't belong in the deck. So even if you've been thinking that this will never happen, this goal is not going to be accomplished. It is. Okay. So the first thing that I noticed is that this card, being open to change, came out in reverse, which we already know you're not. So it's something that you need to work on. It's something that you need to be open to if you are wanting to actually have this goal manifest. Or if your goal, let's just say, was to resolve an issue with a person, or what have you, an issue with yourself, whatever it is, you have to be open to change. And that's just simply what it is. But let's kind of get some. Let's just kind of get some. Actually, no, I don't want to use this deck right now. Let's see if we can get some information, maybe about what is going on in regards to this story. If there's anybody, you know, maybe bothering you in this situation, anything hindering you, because we already see that a big part of it is you not being a hindrance to yourself. I just want to get a little bit more before I say anything about this. Okay, I'm not going to use that. Let's see. Now. All right, so there may be something significant about a Pisces, somebody with the letter J name, and that could be first or last. And this person, I want to say, I just don't want to speak bad on somebody without, so hold on. Okay. So somebody tried to sacrifice you. Somebody, Pisces, with the J name, first, middle, last, whatever. They did something to try to sacrifice you. But it was something that they did before. So you may know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. In regards to the sacrifice, they could have thrown you under the bus. In regards to something that was being said, a narrative that was being shared. Because what I'm seeing is that although you're somebody that isn't open to change and, you know, you're kind of scared, it doesn't mean that you're not a divine being. It doesn't mean that you don't have a divine plan for your life. And, you know, sometimes people just simply know before you know about the divine plan that is on your life. And, you know, whenever, so, you know, people tend to do a lot. Like when I say, okay, they want to sacrifice you, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the background. Somebody with the letter M name could be significant. Take it how it resonates. But a lot of people in the background are doing things in the dark. Okay, so they're not being forthcoming. They're not saying, hey, I'm doing XYZ to sacrifice collective. They're being sneaky about it. They're not letting anybody know that it's going on. And these are the things that make people a dark witch or a dark warlock, when they are so obsessed with affecting a chosen being. A lot of people, when you know, so if you, as you kind of have like this new goal and it's coming with change, understand that as you change, people are going to be very cautious of the new version of you. Okay, they're not going to necessarily like it, because the new version of you is strong. The new version of you is not somebody now that could be messed with. It's not the same old person that was scared of change and that was playing it safe. You now have conquered your fear of change. And it seems like I could be talking to a future you. but you've conquered your fear of change and are better, are just simply better. You know, a lot of times too, when we need a change will happen for us. And if you don't make the change when the change is necessary, you might be caught in a crossfire. So, for instance, there might be a situation where you've been feeling like, okay, this job that you are at is somewhere that you don't want to be, that there's things going on and what have you, and you know that it's not for you. You know, you're just simply comfortable in wherever it is that you, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever it is that you are, and you don't want to have to change. You know, you are creating a situation to where that change is going to happen for you. And that change can come in you being fired, you being laid off, you being, you know, something occurring to have that change come in. But understand that regardless, because the change was necessary, it was imperative that because the change was necessary, you getting fired and laid off is fine. It's just uncomfortable now because you didn't pay attention to the warning when it came out to you. So you know, you can do whatever it is that you believe that you want to do. You don't want to stand in your own way. You don't want to be your own biggest enemy. You want to be able to say that, hey, this is something that I can do, and I know that I can do it, and go out and actually do that. It's whenever you decide that you want to, honestly. It's not about anybody else and what they say and when they say you should do something. It's when you believe the time is right, when you are ready to change, when you are ready for it, because the change is the inevitable part of this. And once you get yourself together to where you're able to properly change, you know, be in the energy that you need to be in, understand that the divine has already prepared a space, a place for you that is a reward for you because of everything that you've gone through and you kind of believing in yourself. So I hope that this message resonated with somebody and that it was helpful. Continue to stay absolutely amazing. You have a great day.